watching NBC for New York. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
This is my death. I'm witnessing my own death. This is it. I'm fine with it. It's over.
The pilot of Chopper 4 stares down death, spares lives, and lives to talk about it all. We'll hear his heroic story.
New photos of prisoner abuse at the hands of the U.S. Army send shockwaves throughout the world, and pressure grows on the Secretary of Defense.
Dorm danger, a call for action from city officials as our investigation finds student safety may depend on where students enroll. Good evening. It was a terrifying crash with a miraculous outcome. Tonight, the pilot at the controls when disaster struck tells his story.
Russ Mowry is a seasoned, battle-hardened helicopter pilot. Through one war and 30 years of flying, he prepared for life and death emergencies. But when it finally happened 2 days ago, catastrophe struck without warning. One moment, Russ was hovering over a crime scene, setting up a shot for our 6 o'clock news. The next, he was plunging out of control.
My first recollection is when I was looking straight down at the ground.
When it pitched
straight
over
down. Straight down.
How much control did you have at that point?
I don't know, but you cannot train for that procedure. You can't do it. No airspeed, no tail rotor. I tried to keep it straight and level. I don't know if I was flying it. I was making control movements, but I don't know if I was flying it.
Well, you were fighting it. You didn't give up.
No.
You didn't let go.
Oh, no. But when I saw that chimney or something, I said, I got to hit it. I have to hit it. Because you cannot, under any circumstances, go to the street. When things start hitting, when the blades start hitting other things, it all goes out. And there are people out there, little kids, all that kind of stuff, they're out there. And that's where the shrapnel's going. I mean, they disassemble themselves in a matter of moments. And that stuff just goes. And if you put that thing down on the street or an intersection, you cannot do it. You cannot.
The street wasn't an option for you.
It was not an option. At that point, I didn't say goodbye to my mother. I didn't say goodbye to my wife or kids or anything, but I knew I was going to die. I was not going to come out on the other side of that chimney. It was not going to happen.
You're alive today.
Yeah.
The two guys on board are with you alive because of what you did in those last months.
I'm reluctant to say that. It just, fate had a great deal of play here. Great deal of play.
Fate wasn't kicking the pedals and moving the stick.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I think every helicopter pilot waits for his moment. And perhaps that was my moment. And I got through it, so I'm okay with that.
He has a broken ankle, cuts, bruises, and a nasty black eye. But Russ Mowry knows he's a very lucky man.
You don't remember being pinned in the cockpit with the engine running?
No. My first recollection is being in the ambulance, and I just didn't know. I knew it wasn't heaven, and I knew it wasn't hell, but I didn't know what was going on.
Before we sat down to talk, Russ was reluctant to watch the actual video of his crash. But after our interview, he changed his mind. It was a difficult moment.
Just look at that. Look at, oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus.
Let's back that up.
Oh, it's not. Oh, jeez. That's hard to look at. That is hard to look at. See,
right at the rooftops you pull out.
Oh, well, see, you can't go to the street. See the street over there? You can't do it. So I guess I tried to get it. I wanted to go to the roof. Now you'll see it hit that chimney where I wanted to stop. It's right over, right down here. There it is. Bang. Stop me. Nope. Keep going. I really bent it up that time. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
The absolute worst thing could ever happen to a helicopter pilot happened. I can't imagine anything worse.
Are you going to fly again?
Oh, yeah. This can't be the coda to my career. I've got to go out and fly again. And, I'm going to land, for the last time when I land a helicopter, I will land on a dolly or on the ground and I'll walk away. This isn't going to be the way it ends.
Reporter Andrew Torres is still recovering tonight at Kings County Hospital, and observer Hassam Tan Marin was released yesterday.
Devastating new photographs depict U.S. soldiers abusing Iraqi prisoners. The Pentagon says it was the depraved action of a few, and they will pay the price. And President Bush has apologized, but tonight there are demands for heads to roll at a higher level. Rob Morrison is here now with more.
So Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld has been the focus of much criticism today as this abuse scandal continues to grow. Tomorrow, he'll be answering some tough questions and possibly fighting for his job when he appears before members of Congress. New pictures of prisoner abuse first published today in the Washington Post. An Army reservist holding a naked prisoner by a leash, 2 men handcuffed to prison bars, and at least 3 more bound together on the floor. The chorus of congressional leaders now calling for Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld's resignation growing, but at least for now, he has the president's support.
Secretary Rumsfeld has been the secretary during 2 wars, and he's an important part of my cabinet, and he'll stay in my cabinet.
Pentagon officials tell NBC News Rumsfeld will defend the Pentagon's handling of the alleged abuse when he appears before the Senate Armed Services Committee tomorrow. New York's senior senator says he looks forward to questioning Rumsfeld.
So I have a lot of questions about how Secretary Rumsfeld has run not so much the 3 weeks during the conflict, but the situation afterward.
In Washington today, Republicans accused some Democrats of using the scandal to score points against the Bush administration.
The Democrat leadership has decided to take a political position and is undermining our troops in the field.
But experts say the scandal runs much deeper than that.
Rumsfeld shows himself to be somewhat out of touch with respect to a politically important issue, even a central issue to what we're trying to do in Iraq. And I think that you just can't get around, whether it's a Republican, a Democrat, or whomever.
NBC News will carry live coverage of the Defense Secretary's testimony tomorrow. You can also watch a live stream of it on your computer at WNBC.com. Both begin at 11:45 a.m. Chuck?
Rob, thank you. There may be a new threat from Osama bin Laden tonight. He is reportedly offering a bounty on the heads of top U.S. and UN officials in Iraq. An audio recording says Al-Qaeda is offering $125,000 for the killing of Chief U.S. Administrator Paul Bremer, UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, and his envoy in Iraq.
Former Mayor Rudolph Giuliani is taking sides tonight in the jurisdictional battle between the police and fire departments. His views on which agency should take charge in the event of another terrorist attack here may surprise you.
If the terrorists are in the building or the terrorists are in the incident, then the police department or the FBI has to be in charge. But if the terrorists are not in the building or alive in the building, then a fire department should probably run the rescue effort.
Giuliani told the Council on Foreign Relations that the world is a safer place today because the threat of terrorism is being dealt with head-on.
A buried body is unearthed, and tonight 2 people face criminal charges. The body is believed to be 39-year-old Lori Stillman. It was found in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Police say she'd taken a trip upstate New York with a man named Kenneth Borger. Borger told investigators Stillman died in a car crash. He's charged with tampering with evidence. Borger's girlfriend is charged with making a false report.
Detectives in Brooklyn say they've busted a white-collar crime ring that sold homes it did not own. The accused con artist went online to find properties about to be auctioned because of unpaid taxes. The DA's office says the suspects then paid the taxes and forged deeds naming themselves as the owners before selling the properties to unsuspecting buyers.
The Manhattan skin doctor known for his Subway ads has been disciplined by the state health department. Dr. Jonathan Zismore has been fined $40,000 and placed on 3 years probation. Health officials accused him of not performing adequate physical exams on patients and not keeping accurate medical records. Under the settlement, the doctor does not admit any wrongdoing.
Dorm danger. Have the lessons of a deadly campus fire been learned? What we found in New York dormitory rooms will surprise you. Each year, more than 2,000 fires break out in dormitories nationwide. 2 to 3 students die. Sprinklers are required in New Jersey dorms since a deadly fire there, and now New York City officials want to get tougher. Investigative reporter Tim Minton is live at NYU campus in Washington Square with the exclusive story. Tim?
Sue, NYU obeys the current law, but like many of New York's best-known colleges and universities, doesn't want you to see what protection is or is not provided. At New York University's freshman dormitory, minutes before we're ordered to shut off our camera, we see sprinklers in hallways, but none in rooms where students sleep and cook.
We have fire extinguishers, but that's about it. We have a stove and an oven, so we play with fire a lot, but there's no sprinkler.
Students tried to use fire extinguishers 4 years ago when a pre-dawn blaze started in a lounge at this Seton Hall dormitory. 3 freshman students died. There were no sprinklers. Aaron Carroll's mother still visits the cemetery twice a week. She believes sprinklers would have saved the 18-year-old who aspired to join the FBI.
Makes me very angry.
These days, Candy Carroll can't understand why more states don't change the law like New Jersey did, requiring administrators to install sprinklers.
I guarantee you, if some senator or congressman, if their kid lost their life in a fire in a dormitory, boy, that legislation would pass real fast.
At Columbia University, like NYU, some dorms have better protection in hallways than in rooms. Across Broadway at Barnard College, where officials declined an on-camera tour, we inspected conditions with the president of the National Fire Sprinkler Association. We found only administration offices are sprinkler protected.
In an area where you don't have people 24 hours a day, they decided to put a sprinkler system. Yet in an area where you have young students 24 hours a day, there were no sprinklers.
Barnard's response? It says some dorms have sprinklers, adding we do meet all of the fire safety codes in New York State.
Hundreds, if not thousands of people have been killed or injured in buildings that were built according to the code. It's only after the fact that people say, why weren't these structures protected?
Sprinkler advocates are about to get some powerful support. New York City Buildings Commissioner Patricia Lancaster wants to change the code to require Barnard and other schools to install sprinklers. And she's not alone. Fire Commissioner Scopetta, joined by his department's highest-ranking chiefs, also says the change is overdue.
Unfortunately, it sometimes takes a disaster of some kind before reform happens. That shouldn't be the case.
For now, only Fordham University is voluntarily installing sprinklers in every dorm room. Cost $7 million. All rooms will be protected like this one by the fall of next year.
So if we put this just here, a fire could start in his wardrobe.
Okay.
And the sprinkler wouldn't hit it.
So you actually have a second sprinkler in this room?
Yeah, 2.
One?
Some rooms we have 3.
That's 3 more than in most New York dorm rooms, where administrators may be waiting to see if politicians get fired up enough to change the law. NYU says it's spending $47 million in the next several years to upgrade what it calls life safety. Still, the university concedes that almost half of 21 dormitories have no sprinklers at all. We're live in Greenwich Village. Tim Minton, News Channel 4.
Tim, thank you. Now, you'll need a prescription if you want the morning after pill. The Food and Drug Administration rejected over-the-counter sales of that pill today, citing concerns about young teenagers using them properly. But regulators could reverse their decision if the drug maker can show that teens under 16 can use the pill safely without a doctor's guidance.
Coming up, Janice says it's going to feel like summer tomorrow, but what about the weekend? She'll have the forecast.
And a Friends finale under the stars. I'm Amy Nuzzo. Hear what fans had to say about the final episode coming up.
I got off the plane.
Well, we've said cheers to Cheers and sayonara to Seinfeld. Tonight, another Thursday night television tradition is history.
You no doubt saw it. The end of Friends. Amy Nuzzo is live in Tribeca, where thousands of fans watch the finale on the big screen. Amy?
Well, instead of showing a movie, the Tribeca Film Festival's drive-in theater here at Pier 25 along the West Side Highway showed the Friends finale, a free but sold-out show that drew thousands of romantics hoping to see love prevail. 3,000 Friends fans flocked to the Tribeca Film Festival's drive-in theater to find out how a 10-year era would come to an end. Many hoping for one thing and one thing only.
Oh, what everyone wants. Ross and Rachel getting together.
I want to see marriage. I want to see connection. I want love to prevail.
I got off the plane.
And fans got what they asked for. After years of fumbling, Ross finally confessed his love to Rachel, and Rachel decided not to go to Paris so she could stay with Ross. And in a surprise twist, Chandler and Monica not only got their bundle of joy, they got 2 bundles.
The next baby should be along in a minute.
We only ordered 1.
While most admit the ending was fairly predictable, we didn't hear any complaints.
I was just very happy with the ending. I was expecting Rachel and Ross to be together. It's very cool to see that she got off the plane. But I had to cry all the time. It was so emotional.
It was great. It tied everything together. I thought it was good that they stayed together, and now it sort of leaves like hope.
I wish it wouldn't end, but I'm glad Ross and Rachel finally got together. That's the way it should be. Let's go, Ross and Rachel.
Now, I'm sure you noticed there were no cars at the drive-in theater. Well, it's actually really a walk-in theater. Many fans told me on their way out that they're hoping to see the Friends get back together again on Joey's spinoff. Time will tell. Live in Lower Manhattan, Amy Nuzzo, News Channel 4.
All right, Amy, thank you.
It is time to say hello to our friend Janice.
Thank you. Hello. I've got some good news about the weather, at least warm temperatures tomorrow, but about 10 to 15 degrees cooler over the weekend. That's such great news. Take a look outside now. It's not too bad out. There is a frontal boundary approaching, but the storms are well over the Great Lakes right now. We may see a few approaching tonight, though. 57 degrees right now and partly cloudy with calm winds. And the relative humidity that's climbing a bit, it's up to 72%. The pressure's rising now at 30.06. We made it to 70 this afternoon, and 48 was the morning low temperature, so our readings were just about near average today across the tri-state area in terms of temperature, so not bad at all. Right now, it's relatively cool to mild out, low to mid 50s and even some areas in the 40s. But look at the mild air. Pittsburgh 74, Erie 75. This is some of the warm air that's coming our way for a brief time tomorrow. Well upstate and across the Great Lakes, we see thunderstorms moving across near Buffalo and towards the central portion of the state. This is with the front, and it will sag southward tonight. And you may even hear some rumbles of thunder once again before the sun comes up in the morning, especially north and west of the city, where most of this action is probably going to take place tonight. So be prepared for that late tonight and possibly early in the morning, too. Low temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Highs tomorrow, 70s to around 80. Windy in the afternoon, but it looks like the warm air will move out very quickly because over the weekend it will be cooler. Denver 88 tomorrow, 91 for Atlanta. Some showers around D.C., too. Same frontal system coming their way. Here's our forecast for the tri-state area tonight. A chance for a thunderstorm or two later on tonight in the wee hours in the morning, 60. Tomorrow morning, still a slight chance of showers, but it'll clear out the late part of the morning, partly sunny skies, and 76. Showers on Saturday. Look at how much cooler it is, 61. Pretty nice day on Sunday, but the rain will return Sunday night. That's the night of Mother's Day. So Mother's Day should be good, clear.
All right, Janice, thank you.
All right, coming up as we continue, the Friends cast talks about tonight's big finale.
In sports, the fans got their money's worth at Shea, a Barry Bonds sighting, and a thrilling ball game.
And the scorching hot Yanks go for 9 straight, and a sweep in Oakland. Lynn is next with sports.
Len Berman here with sports. Let's get right to these baseball highlights.
Exciting stuff heating up at Shea. Mets going for the sweep of the Giants. In the 4th inning, Marquise Grissom batting. Tough decision for Todd Zeal. Do I field the bat or the ball? Grissom reads safely. The next batter, Barry Bonds, back in the lineup tonight. Al Leiter gets him to pop it up. Mike Piazza makes the terrific play. Bonds was 0 for 3. They walked him twice. 6th inning, 1 out. Jason Schmidt working on a no-hitter. Zeal breaks it up with the single. No score in the 7th. Pedro Feliz. He breaks up Al Leiter's shutout. 1-0 Giants. Bottom of the 7th. Kareem Garcia. Ditto. He breaks up Schmitz. That tied the game at 1. Now 1-1 top of the 11th. After walking Bonds to load the bases, David Weathers gets Pedro Feliz looking. The reaction of the supposedly mild-mannered Art Howe in the dugout. Weathers pumps his fist as well. Now bottom of the 11th. 2 outs. Piazza facing Jim Brower. Deep to left field. Barry Bonds goes back and cannot get it. Piazza wins the game 2-1. The Mets sweep the Giants. They've won 4 in a row. The Mets are just 3 games out of first place. And the Yankees trying to make it 9 straight wins in Oakland. Top of the 2nd inning. Kenny Lofton back in the lineup facing Rich Harden. Up the gap and right all the way to the wall. Tony Clark and Enrique Wilson score a 2-run triple. Yankees with 4 in the 2nd, but now 4-3 Yankees. Bottom of the 4th. Javier Vasquez pitching to a Rubio Durazo. Gone. That ties the game at 4. That's where we are as they play the 5th inning in Oakland tonight. Pedro Martinez and Boston won, so the Yankees need to win to stay tied for first. And good for Major League Baseball. They decided that putting Spider-Man logos on the bases wasn't maybe in the best interest of baseball, so the cheesy idea has been scrapped. The Nets are a day closer to resuming their basketball season. Game 2 tomorrow night in Detroit. The Nets, like the Lakers last night, in danger of going down 2-0 on the road. Bruce Beck was at practice today.
We have a very professional group. Like I said, we're very fortunate because of the character we have in this locker room, and we'll respond. Do you have time to watch the Friends finale tonight, or are you still watching film?
Who's Friends?
And you thought sports was a friends-free zone. Remember what happened 50 years ago today?
Oxford running for 3As against the University. Roger Bannister limbers up for a planned attack on that 4-minute mile.
Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile, 3:59.4. 25 years old then, 75 years old today.
Well done, Roger Bannister. The 4-minute mile is Britain's.
The stopwatch that recorded 3 minutes 59.4 seconds, 6th of May 1954. And these are the spikes which I spent some trouble filing down to make them thinner and put graphite on to make them sharper.
Today he returned to Oxford, the scene of the crime.
Once you've been through a sporting fame phase, then you realize how insubstantial it is. It's very fleeting.
Well, his record lasted exactly 46 days. The mild record is now 3:43.13, held by a Moroccan. In 50 years, it's been shaved a little over 16 seconds.
It's a long time.
That's a lot to track, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. So, where are the Friends celebrating tonight?
Well, at Central Perk, of course. The entire cast is going to join Jay Leno on The Tonight Show, and we're going to take you to Burbank for a preview straight ahead. Ross, Rachel, Phoebe, Chandler, Monica, and Joey, they've been part of our lives for the past decade.
And tonight we bid farewell to our friends, and there's actually one more curtain call. One more, courtesy Jay Leno. Nancy O'Dell reports from Burbank.
Come on out, guys.
The men of Friends and the lovely ladies took to the Central Perk stage one last time today to tape a special edition of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Jay filled his audience with 300 fans who braved the California heat just to get a seat. Their reward, an early screening of the Friends finale.
I'm 10 years older now than I was when I started watching it, like everybody else here, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the end.
I do love you.
I love you too, and I am never letting you go again.
Okay, because this is where I want to be.
While America cried tears of joy when Ross and Rachel got back together, the stars were swept away to a secret location to watch the finale together.
It's a girl?
Yeah.
Well, now we have one of each.
Stage 24 is now officially the Friends stage.
And it was an emotional day for the Friends stars who joined the show's creators and crew to rename their beloved Stage 24 the Friends stage. Jennifer Aniston fought back the tears as she grabbed a very pregnant Courtney Cox's hand for support.
I had to tell you, that means almost more than any of the other things that have happened. The wonderful things, the nominations and the awards. There is something about that that is so concrete because so many memories are in that building.
This is going to go down in history as one of the best. We did get everything that we wanted, as I mentioned. I'm just curious to see how many people tuned in. Jeff Zucker, entertainment president for NBC, had said that he thought it was going to be 50 million. I'm willing to say maybe a little higher. Of course, we're going to have those numbers for you on Access Hollywood tomorrow and all the other Friends news. We'll see how the party went and how the cast celebrated. Chuck and Sue, back to you in New York.
Nancy, thank you, and we'll be right back.
I got off the plane.
Janice, you promised to sing the theme for us?
I'll be there for you.
Okay. That's close
Carry a
enough.
tune, can't you?
Well, that's it for News Channel 4 at 11. The Friends cast is on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno next.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.